Hi, I'm Emily. I've always been the black sheep of the family, at least according to my older brother, Jason. While he stayed close to home after high school, I moved 3 states away to pursue my dream of starting my own graphic design business. 5 years later, my company was thriving with major clients. But my relationship with my family? Not so much. He actually said that? My best friend Melissa nearly spilled her coffee across the table at our weekly Saturday brunch. Your own brother told your mom you'd ruin her birthday? I nodded, staring down at my phone where the text from my dad still glowed. Dad says mom's been crying. Apparently, Jason convinced her that having me at her 60th birthday party next weekend would cause drama and ruin everyone's good time. But why? What could you possibly do to ruin a birthday party? Melissa's eyebrows knitted together. According to Jason, my fancy big city attitude would make everyone uncomfortable. I made air quotes, my voice bitter. He told Mom I'd just spend the whole time bragging about my business and making everyone feel bad about their simple lives. That's ridiculous. You're the least braggy person I know. Melissa reached across the table and squeezed my hand. When was the last time you even saw your brother? Christmas. And it was tense, but not because of anything I did. I sighed, remembering the stilted conversation. He kept making these little digs about how I'd abandoned the family, how Mom cries about me not being around. Does she? Cry about it, I mean? I call her every Sunday. We video chat. She seems fine. Proud, even. I pushed my plate away. Something else is going on here. My phone buzzed. Aunt Diane. Is it true you're not coming to your mother's birthday? She's heartbroken, Emily. Great. Now the whole family thinks I'm skipping Mom's birthday by choice. I showed Melissa the text. Jason's spinning this like I'm the villain. Have you talked to your mom directly? She's not answering my calls suddenly. Dad says she's too upset. Melissa's expression shifted from confusion to determination. Call your cousin Zoe. She always knows the family gossip. 20 minutes later, I was pacing my apartment with my phone on speaker. Oh, Em, it's way worse than you think, Zoe's voice crackled. Jason's been telling everyone you said family gatherings are beneath you now. What? I never said anything like that. I figured. But there's more. Zoe hesitated. He's been having money problems, lost his job 3 months ago and hasn't told anyone except your mom. And this relates to me how? Your success makes him look bad, Em. Every time your mom brags about your business, it's like salt in the wound for him. So he's trying to keep me away from my own mother's birthday because he's jealous? My voice rose in disbelief. Basically, Zoe paused. And Em? He told your mom you said her party would be pathetically small town, and you had more important clients to entertain. My blood ran cold. He made that up. All of it. I know, Zoe said softly. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Your brother is the absolute worst, Dad whispered into the phone. I'd finally gotten him alone after 3 attempts. But your mother believes him, Em. She thinks you've outgrown us. That's insane. Why would she believe such horrible lies? Jason's been here and you haven't. He shows her these edited screenshots of your conversations. Edited? He's faking texts from me? I nearly dropped my coffee mug. I caught him once, but he said it was a joke. Dad's voice lowered further. Your mother doesn't know about his money problems, but I do. He moved back home last month, said his apartment was being renovated. And Mom's birthday party? He convinced her to have it at home instead of the restaurant she wanted. Said it was more intimate. Really, he couldn't afford to chip in. Dad sighed heavily. Em, she wants you here, despite what she's saying. After hanging up, I immediately called Aunt Diane. Finally! I've been worried sick about you and your mother, she said. Aunt Di, I need the truth. Has Mom said anything directly to you about me not wanting to come? There was a pause. Well, no, Jason said. Forget what Jason said. Did Mom say she doesn't want me there? No, honey. She's been asking if I thought you'd like the cake flavor she picked. Aunt Diane's voice softened. Oh, I see what's happening here. Jason's been lying to everyone. I confirmed. That boy always was jealous of you, even when you were kids. She clicked her tongue. So you are coming? Wild horses couldn't keep me away. My cousin Ben wasn't as easily convinced when I called him next. Look, Em, you can't just swoop in and act like everything's fine, he argued. You left. Jason stayed. He's been helping your parents with the yard work, driving Mom to her doctor appointments, while telling lies about me. Are they lies, though? When's the last time you came home just because not for a holiday or special occasion? Ben challenged. That's not fair. I live 3 states away and run my own business. Yeah, your precious business. That's always the excuse, isn't it? I took a deep breath. Ben, Jason told Mom I specifically said her party would be pathetically small town. Do you honestly believe I would say that? There was a long silence. No, he finally admitted. That doesn't sound like you. He's manipulating everyone because he's jealous of my success. The realization crystallized. And I'm not going to let him get away with it. That evening, Melissa and I sat at my dining table with notebooks and laptops. Okay, so what's the plan? She asked, pen poised. How do we expose Jason without ruining your mom's birthday? I'm going to show up with the perfect gift, be the perfect daughter, and let my success do the talking, I said, a determined smile forming. And I'll bring evidence of Jason's lies. What kind of evidence? The real text messages, the timeline of my calls with Mom, and... I paused dramatically. I've been recording our calls since Christmas. After that disaster, I wanted proof of what was actually said. Is that legal? Melissa looked concerned. In my state, only one party needs to consent to a recording. That's me. I pulled up my computer calendar. And I'm going to need your help with something else. The look on Jason's face when I walked through the door of our childhood home was worth every minute of the 6-hour drive. His mouth fell open, then snapped shut into a tight line. Emily? What are you doing here? He hissed, intercepting me before I could reach the living room where voices and laughter spilled out. Surprising my mother for her birthday. I smiled sweetly, shifting the large gift bag to my other hand. Isn't that why everyone's here? You know you're not welcome, he growled, keeping his voice low. Mom's going to be upset. Funny, that's not what Dad said when he called to make sure I was still coming. I tilted my head. Or what Aunt Diane said when she asked about my travel plans. Jason's face flushed. They were just being nice. Mom specifically called me 3 days ago to confirm I like chocolate cake. I stepped closer. Game over, Jason. I know what you've been doing. You don't know anything, he snapped, but his eyes darted nervously. Emily! Mom's voice rang out from behind Jason. You made it! She rushed forward, pushing past Jason to pull me into a tight hug. Her eyes were bright with tears. Happy ones. Of course I did, Mom. I wouldn't miss your birthday for anything. I shot a pointed look at Jason over her shoulder. But Jason said you had an important client meeting that couldn't be rescheduled? Mom pulled back, confused. Did he? I raised my eyebrows. That's strange, since I never told him that. In fact, we haven't spoken directly in months. Mom turned to Jason, her expression morphing from confusion to suspicion. Jason? What's going on? Nothing, Mom. Just a misunderstanding. He forced a laugh. Hey, why don't we open presents? Not yet. I set my bag down. Mom, Jason's been telling you things about me that aren't true. He's been making up messages, editing our conversations, and telling you I didn't want to come today. That's ridiculous, Jason scoffed, but his face had grown pale. Mom, she's just trying to cause drama. Exactly what I warned you about. Is that why you moved all my calls to voicemail this week? Mom asked quietly, reaching into her pocket and pulling out her phone. I found these blocked numbers, Jason. All from Emily. The room had grown silent, everyone watching our confrontation. You were upset, Jason stammered. I was protecting you from more disappointment. By lying? Dad stepped forward. By manipulating your mother's phone without permission? Everyone needs to calm down, Jason tried, his voice rising. This is exactly the drama I was trying to prevent. Emily always does this, always makes everything about her. Like how I'm making your unemployment about me? I asked calmly. The room went completely still. Your what? Mom turned to Jason. It's temporary, he muttered. I was going to tell you. After moving back home and saying your apartment was being renovated? Dad crossed his arms. You're all ganging up on me because of her, Jason suddenly shouted, pointing at me. She shows up twice a year with her fancy clothes and big success stories, and suddenly I'm the bad guy? No, you're the bad guy because you lied to me, Mom said, her voice shaking. You lied about my daughter not wanting to see me. Get out of my way, Jason growled, lunging toward me. This is all your fault. Dad stepped between us. That's enough, Jason. I'm not going anywhere. This is my home. Jason's face had turned an alarming shade of red. She's the one who should leave. Actually, Mom said quietly, I think you should go cool off, Jason. You're choosing her? After everything I've done for you? He knocked a vase off the side table, sending it crashing to the floor. Fine. See how you manage without me here. As he stormed toward the door, he turned back. This isn't over, Emily. You'll regret this. I can't believe he threatened you in front of everyone, Melissa said 3 days later as we sat in my apartment. Has he tried to contact you since? Non-stop. I showed her my phone. 17 missed calls, 38 texts. First apologizing, then blaming me, then apologizing again. And your mom? Devastated but relieved in a way. I sipped my tea. She had no idea he'd been intercepting my calls and manipulating her. Apparently, he's been managing her phone for months, claiming she needed tech help. Are you pressing charges for the threats? I filed a police report yesterday, and the officer said his behavior at the party constitutes harassment. I shrugged. It's on record now, which is what matters if he escalates. My phone buzzed with an incoming call. Dad. Hey, sweetheart. Just wanted to update you, he said when I answered. Jason came by this morning to explain himself. Your mother asked him to leave. How'd that go? Not well. He started yelling. Neighbors heard and called the police. Dad sighed heavily. They're adding it to your report. Is Mom okay? Better than okay, actually. She's finally seeing him clearly. His voice softened. She's been calling all your relatives to correct the record about you. I haven't seen her this animated in months. After the call, Melissa and I walked to the park, discussing the fallout. So what happens with Jason now? She asked. Mom and Dad gave him 2 weeks to find a new place. If he keeps harassing us, the temporary restraining order becomes permanent. And the family business opportunity you mentioned? The one you were considering? I smiled. Aunt Diane's graphic design needs at her real estate company? I'm taking it. It means monthly visits home, but to see family who actually want me there. My phone buzzed again. An unknown number. Hello? I answered cautiously. Emily? It's Ben. Got a new phone? My cousin sounded hesitant. I wanted to apologize for believing Jason's lies about you. We all should have questioned things more. It's okay, Ben. He was convincing. No, it's not okay. We let you be pushed out of the family because it was easier than standing up to him. Ben paused. Some of us are getting together this weekend at your parents' place. Kind of a do-over celebration for your mom. You couldn't really enjoy the actual birthday with all that drama. I'll be there, I promised. A text came through as we reached the park bench. Jason, we need to talk. I've changed. Give me another chance. Family is everything. I showed Melissa, who scoffed. Are you going to respond? No need. I blocked his number with a decisive tap. Some bridges stay burned. Later that evening, Mom called during our usual Sunday time, but this time on video as we'd done before Jason's interference. The house feels lighter without him here, she admitted. I didn't realize how much I was walking on eggshells. Are you still sad about how it all went down? A little. He's still my son. She sighed. But I'm more sad about all the time with you that I missed because of his lies. We can't get that back. We have plenty of time ahead, Mom. I smiled. And now, nothing's standing in our way. 2 weeks later, I was back home for the real celebration. Aunt Diane cornered me in the kitchen while I was helping with appetizers. "Jason showed up at my office yesterday," she said in a low voice, "asking me to convince your mother to forgive and forget." I set down the knife I was using. "What did you tell him?" "That forgiveness is earned, not demanded," she replied firmly, "and that he needs professional help to deal with his jealousy issues." "Did he accept that?" "Hardly." She rolled her eyes. "He started with the 'but I'm family' routine. I told him family doesn't sabotage each other." "Thank you for having my back," I said, squeezing her hand. "Always did. Always will." She winked. "Now, about that website redesign for my agency." Later that evening, Zoe and I sat on the porch swing, watching the sunset. "I heard Jason's been telling people you got him kicked out of the family," she said. "Of course he has," I sighed. "Still playing victim?" "Some believe him, some don't," she shrugged. "But those who matter know the truth now. That's all I can ask for." "You know what the best revenge has been?" Zoe nudged my shoulder. "Seeing how much happier everyone is without his drama. Even people who initially defended him have noticed the difference." "Mom's planning a trip to visit me next month," I said, smiling. "First time in years she's excited about traveling. See? You didn't just stand up for yourself, you freed her too." Inside, laughter echoed as Dad told one of his corny jokes. This was family. Messy, imperfect, but built on truth, not manipulation. "In a weird way," I told Zoe, "I should thank Jason. His lies brought the truth into the open." "Plus, your business is getting a major client in Aunt Diane," she laughed. "Success truly is the best revenge," I agreed, "especially when it comes with the bonus of reclaiming your family." Have you ever had someone try to push you out of your own family? What would you have done differently? Leave a comment below and let me know if you've dealt with a jealous sibling like Jason.